can learn from self-knowledge is that we should be much more observing ourselves and reviewing ourselves and assessing ourselves. We should not just let things happen to us and then become familiar and then we forget them. In other words, you must always go deep into your soul, into your acts, look carefully about what you say, unearth what is hidden inside your soul, so that if there is anything bad which is left unattended, appear. Otherwise, it's very easy that you forget everything and everything looks normal. Why? Because these are not new things. Sometimes you have bad habit and this bad habit is there for years. So it's very unlikely that you notice unless you have a policy, you have a real plan to find them, to discover them. Okay? In other words, a mu'min is the one who actively regulates and directs his attention. Doesn't let it to just be directed towards what is new. Whether new or old is not important. A mu'min is able to go into different corners of his heart, his soul, his mind, and find whatever bad is there to get rid of that. So it's very unlikely that something remains unnoticed for a mu'min. And something that can help us is the advice that we can receive from our fellow brothers and sisters. Because sometimes we don't notice those problems in us. But our brother or sister, they notice this. Because this is not something which has become part of them, something which is very old and established. And this is why we say al-mu'min mir'atul mu'min. A mu'min is to act as a mirror for his fellow mu'min. Another thing which is very important is to read the Quran and apply every verse of the Quran to yourself. So by this you can always check yourself against the verses of the Quran. So something which is very important, and this is my last point. First, be totally alert in the first place. Whatever you are going to do for the first time, whatever decision you are going to make for the first time, whatever friendship you are going to make, be very alert. Because you may not have this alertness forever. So do not let anything happen and say, okay, later I come and think about it. No. There is no guarantee that you would even notice this in future. So first, be totally alert and conscious. And second, which is very also important, always try to dig and unearth your own soul and mind and find the things which may have been there for many years unnoticed. Sometimes you may just have happened that you have certain relation with someone. For example, you have, for example, bad relation with your neighbor or with your, for example, a spouse or your cousin or whatsoever. And you don't go for the reason, for the roots. Because it's always there. You always, for example, hate this person. And it has become normal. So go deeper and find when did it start? Why did it start? Maybe I was not justified to have this hatred in the first place. So don't take anything for granted. Especially when it is related to you. A mu'min must be always self-critical. This is very important. Before trying to criticize other people, we must criticize ourselves. And this gives you such a good feeling that if you realize that wrong relation started from you, this is very good. Do you know why? Because if you find that you were responsible, then you don't feel bad about other people. And because you so much love yourself, you don't feel even bad about yourself. But if you always think that other people are responsible, then you feel, oh, I live in a world that everyone is mad. Everyone is bad with me. Everyone is crazy. Then you say, why, I should live with these people? Why should I live at all? You always feel that everyone is, acting improperly. Everyone is against you. Everyone doesn't appreciate you. So you become very sad and you become, frustrated. While the reality is that the problem starts here. So if I criticize myself and I find problems here, so I would see that people are innocent. Of course, they may have some bad things, but it's not that they are always responsible. They are innocent. It's very much based on the way that I myself want to establish this relation. So this is also something that we learn from self-knowledge. Inshallah, in the next session, we will start the discussion about a spirit or soul and how we can prove that we have immaterial soul or spirit. It's not just the body that we have. Thank you very much for your attention. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.